Yo. 3D time. Need to get my earpiece so I can actually have sound again. Close that. And here we go. What's my correct file? I don't think it's that one. It's one of these two. Well, if my dream videos look wrong, then I'll reset and do it again. God, having to adapt back to 3D cutscene skips.
Riku.
Time for my revenge!
Yeah, yeah, ha, yeah. Hey, ha, ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, ha, ha. Hey, ha, ha. Yeah, ha, yeah, yeah. Freeze. Hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, ha. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Man, I haven't played this game since Limit Break. It's so weird.
Faster! Yeah! Here we go! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Faster! Faster! Yeah! 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 Here we go! Faster! Here we go! Yeah! Here we go! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Faster! Faster! Ha! Ha! Here we go! Faster! Here we go! Here we go! Fine! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Faster! Ha! Faster! Ha!
I should have done radical percent. It's only like 10 minutes slow. Would have been worth it.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Hey!
Alright, Doghouse. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Tutorial. Can't skip this. Around 2 hours for a New Game Plus run. I don't remember what exactly my PB is, but it's something around that. Well, if you mean that in a literal sense, meaning that I use absolutely nothing else, you'd be incorrect. But Luna does play a major role, yes. And flow motion is generally used for movement. Also, I don't have like my updated notes anymore. I don't think I ever saved them or something. So a lot of this is going to be going off of memory. So hopefully I remember it pretty well still. Agreed with hugs. Yeah, Shib, it might be, depending on how well I play these last two. I'm expecting 0.2 to be like 40 minutes for me, because I know nothing about running that game. I don't remember anything about running it. It's just going to be a casual playthrough with cutscene skips.
Yes.
God, no. Like, flow motion is one of the things that makes the game so much fun. Why would you not want it? Like, it's so much fun to move with it. That and, like, the levels were designed around it, so traversing these levels without flow motion would take forever. I don't know why people wouldn't enjoy flow motion. It's a fun way to move around the game.
Yes. Yeah. Ha. Ha.
High numbers. Nice. Water bells are the best part. I mean, every time I play this game, I'm disappointed that I don't get to hear the La 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 song for 20 minutes. Back in my day, yeah. I mean, I don't even know why you would buy that when you could get the version with Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. For, like, I don't know what this version is for. Like, you can already buy the bundle including KH3 on the PSN and play the games now. So, like, if you don't already own them, why not just get that version? I don't know. People will pay for it, so why not? From a business perspective, yeah, sure. Square knows people will buy it, so sell it. Take the same games that are dropping in price to like 20 bucks right now, repackage them in a new cover, people will pay more. Assuming it's more than what they currently cost separate. I don't know what the price is. This is the save file that still has the G meter named Toji Sucks. Nice. I just noticed that when I saw Toji Sucks level up. At the moment though, it's pretty common for me to see 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 to be on sale for like 20 bucks right now. So, if that package of them is any more than 40, then it's honestly a waste of money. Even if you don't own the games. Yeah, I forgot to name the gummy ship Toji Sucks in KH1, so we're making up for it now with Magic Lappin. He lives on. Alright, hopefully I got enough points. Don't I need 280? need 280. I got 273. Well, I'll just be a magic haste short for a couple fights, I guess. Actually, no, I can solo file and buy. Yeah, okay, I can make up for it. Do I buy this? No, I don't. Alright, I need to do this because I was 7 LP short. And a water barrel gives at least 9, so... There we go. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not. So... just go on. Definitely feel like I'm missing something. Oh well.
Ha! Ha ha! Yeah. There! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Take this! Yeah!
No hugs. No thank you. Not doing.
Yeah! Ha! Take this! Ha! Sorry! Ha! Sorry! Yeah! 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 Huh. You're done!
I should ban you just for saying that. That's worse than Monopoly. I would take doing command board over Flick Rush.
Yeah! Huh. Yeah! 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 Huh. Huh. Yeah! Yeah! Huh. Sorry! Huh. You're done! Huh.
Alright, level 3.
Yeah!
On we go.
Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
Funny guy Ramzok over here thinks he's amusing. You go right here. Let's say that. I will say, Viz, if you want to watch some entertaining Monopoly, the Achievement Hunter guys who did Uno the movie, they did real life Monopoly, where they played Monopoly but with the actual $20,000 that's in the game, and whoever won the game got to keep the money that they won in it. It's pretty good to watch. Nothing. So, checking the weather for the upcoming worlds to see what I have to choose from, and the absolute answer is a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, it's one of the few things that Achievement Hunter has recorded that they actually like edited down, so the episode's only like 20 minutes, but covers probably 40 minutes to an hour worth of gameplay. Like 6 or 7 episodes, I think. Can I still A-rank this with a 2 cycle? I think I can. It's been a while since I've had to 2 cycle with. I think I just need like a 130 foot A-rank. Oh man, if you want to see a 3D run, I'd suggest watching the one from Limit Break. I don't think any of my 3D runs will ever come close to topping that. It was so funny. That close enough? It was. Yeah, and I believe CTE said you came from Spike tweeting it out. So if you follow Spike, he helped commentate a 3D run at Limit Break earlier this year, so highly recommend watching. That's the wrong button. God, that's gonna be so difficult for me to not press triangle to interact with everything in this game. Because every game up until this one has been press triangle to do whatever, like open chests and whatnot. At least for the console ones. I've been doing an okay job of separating the handheld and console muscle memory so far. Playing 3 different command deck games within a 24-hour period, though, definitely is messes with the muscle memory. That was a nice ward. Had overcast. Don't have any other overcasts that I see of him though, which kind of sucks. So it's a combination. The magic lapins, the bunnies, are, well, the magic lapins and the pseudo nekus because they have magic hastes and magic boosts, which, if it's not obvious, magic boost increases my magic damage, magic haste makes my magic commands recharge faster. And as I'm spamming Balloona for most of the fights, it's magic spell, goes without saying. As for the magic lapins themselves, they also learn an ability later on in the game called Spirit Roll. They'll learn it at around level 13. When they use Spirit Roll, my attack, or my strength and magic are increased by 50% for like 5 or 8 seconds, some amount of time. So, around the last few wards of the game, the magic lapins can just make me do a lot of damage if they choose to use the ability. Unfortunately, you can't really customize them to use specific commands as well as you could with like Goofy and Donald in the other Cage games, so it's just luck whether or not they do. But when they do, their damage increases by a lot. Hey Anthony. Yeah, still alive. Almost done actually. Roughly 2.5 hours to go. See, I saw Josh say that though nobody's working today. Obviously, they gave you guys all the day off so you could watch me finish this. For the most part, there was one other major ability that I'll be using for some fights. It's essentially a limit called Comet. It's the one physical command that I'll be using that does a lot of damage, but aside from Comet being used in some force fights though, it's mostly the balloon guys. Yeah. And hey Tanner. How have you been, Tanner? I'm okay. A little tired. Although not as tired now as I was earlier with when I was doing days and recoded. So playing a game that I enjoy more has definitely woken me up a bit, which is nice. I'm not nearly as tired as I was at like 5 a.m. Alright, Toji sucks, needs to go away for a bit, but he'll come back when I go destroy. Well, don't worry. It won't be the last one you see. Yeah, Anthony. So in 3D, the balloon spell, or the balloon family, is the most powerful command, most powerful spells in this game. So, kind of abuse that in the speedrun by using it a lot. I'm still very disappointed in Squirrel. They have a water element, like there's Blizzard, Fire, or Thunder. There's a water element in this game. The balloons aren't water elemental. They could have been water balloons. But instead they're just non-elemental, like gravity. And I'm really disappointed. I have no interest in doing balloonless, honestly, because I enjoyed the balloon run. So anything else would just be slow. Faye's done it though, so you can always talk to her about it. But I personally have no interest in it. Keep pressing triangle to interact. KH1, 2, and BBS muscle memory. And chain of memories. Fucking every console game coming back to screw me. Yeah, there's only like one water elemental ability in the game. And it's one of the limits that it's some of the limits that the Dream Eaters do. There's no actual water elemental command. Balloona could have been it. Yeah, no, the major selling point for this game is movement when it comes to like the speedrun and whatnot. That's why I enjoy it so much. Like it's fun to run just because of that stuff. it's also been pretty entertaining to route out early on, like figuring out what the best Dream Eaters were, best combinations and whatnot. Like, I enjoyed doing that. Welcome back, Carmel. You managed to show up after we coded, so I don't need you to entertain us with any more tales from fanfiction.net. Although I won't stop you if you choose to. It just isn't necessary anymore. Although I will say, CT, you might be a little disappointed with movement when it comes to Sora. His is a little less flashy than Riku. If you like reality shifts, just wait until the final board. You'll see plenty of them though. There's a few in Country of Musketeers too, but and 17th Sorcery. I guess basically the second half of the game. Get to the second half of the game and you'll see plenty of reality shifts. I suck. No, we have them routed out in a specific way. There will be some occasions where I drop on purpose, but a lot of the time it is because I have to drop in order to continue the game. So like if at this point after I beat Monstro, I can't continue Riku's story until Sora completes his first set of worlds. It locks me out of Traveler's Town 2 until that point. So after I do this, I will drop back to Sora. I mean, that's... Wow, is that seriously something from 2003? Because you could say that's the end of Cage too. That person called the Cage 2 ending. Damn, you better tweet that out. Get that person the recognition they deserve. I didn't get another reality shift. You want to get 2 reality shifts in this fight to keep him from moving around. I didn't get the second. So now the fight's going to go pretty slow. And I actually have a pretty decent chance of dying. Like the green projectiles he shoots when he goes into his second phase can destroy my health if I get hit by it. But I think they knew because that's the big reason why the levels are so large to begin with. Like these levels all made around flow motion. That's why they're so big. And it gives you the choice to do the puzzles if you want to or not. If you don't want to do the puzzle, you just say screw it and fly past. What's weather look like? Because if I can force an overcast, I'd like to. Damn, that is 0 overcasts. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is New Game Plus. I only run New Game Plus for 3D. That's the wrong button. Yep, that's why. So, New Game Plus in 3D only carries over your G meters. That's how I have the ones I have right now. I carry them from another file. Nothing else gets carried over though, so that's why it may have not looked like a New Game Plus file. Yeah, the only thing carried over are the G meters you create, and they even get reset back to level 1. Alright, so I mentioned limits earlier. That'll be shown off in this upcoming fight. So that was common. It's a limit that does a lot of damage to everything on the field. It just wiped out 2 waves of enemies to end this fight for me. It's the only major thing I'll be using in this run that scales off my strength stat rather than magic. But the limit that you use is based on the G meters in your party, so that's another reason why I have the 2 out that I specifically do. A different combination of 2 G meters might give me a different limit rather than common, like say Ragnarok or Chaos Snake, and I don't want those. Yeah, so the way you get some commands are from the G meters. I carried one of the G meters I carried over from New Game Plus has the ability to learn, or has the command Super Glide on it that I can learn. So it has Super Glide. Riku, however, can't equip Super Glide, so that's why he's still stuck using Flow Motion. That's also how I have all my Balloon spells. Some of the G meters I carried over from New Game Plus, I could loan those from. And thanks, Christian. Picked it up a few weeks ago. Yeah, G meters are essentially how you learn commands in this game. You level them up and get commands from them. abilities as well. So like that's how you get magic haste, magic boosts. Some can have second chance and once more on them, stuff like that. That's why it may not sound like a lot when you say New Game Plus is only carrying over Dream Eaters, but it can have a pretty large effect by having access to a lot of those abilities early on by just leveling up those Dream Eaters. It did reset. I had to grind them at the beginning of the game in order to learn those abilities. I don't know if you're here at the beginning, but you may have seen me use an item over and over again. I used an item like 20 times. Or I bought 20 copies of an item and kept using it. And that gave the Dream Eaters experience to learn those, to give me those abilities and commands. So they will reset to level 1. It's just you can abuse it. Tano, please. I don't have any bots in my chat. My uptime is the timer on screen. No, Connell. YouTube exists. Go read some fan fiction about water barrels. Actually, please find me fan fiction involving water barrels. That's now your job. You cannot claim to be a mod in my chat until you find it. You know how some people do a thing where you can like set random on Wikipedia as your homepage? So like every day when you turn on your computer, it's a new Wikipedia page, so you can learn something new that day. I feel like you need to do that with Kingdom Hearts fanfiction. Also, in case you hadn't had enough balloons yet, here's some more balloons. I assume I need to use a couple dream candies. 1 or 2. Ooh, that's close. Hopefully it's 1. Probably 2 though. It was 1. Awesome. Thank you, Sudaneku. Alright, the next major thing I need to watch out for is Sora's level. I want him to be level 7 going into Monstro. So I wouldn't have expect him to be yet. I would watch for it in the next fight. I also might heal my Dream Eaters before Monstro because I don't want them dying in it. And he does a lot of damage.
Take this. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Yeah. Take this. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Hey. Ha. Ha.
Hey, level 7. Just on time. Yeah, the pandas can stun lock you pretty easily with that, like, earth toss, ground toss attack that they have. Like, if there's multiple of them using that around you at the same time, you can get screwed pretty easily from it. It's just like the elephants in Country of Musketeers. There's like 8 of them in one room, and they can all use that rock throw attack. I'm also definitely using Pokemon names to describe their attacks because they are essentially Pokemon. Those elephants use rock throw and water gun.
Yeah. Ha. Ha.
So this is a cutscene that you can normally skip. I screwed up and pressed square one too many times, and it messed up my foot motion. So I had to land on the ground. And landing on the ground makes you see that cutscene. Alright, so yeah, I have to be pretty careful of my Dream Eaters dying in this fight. Hopefully they don't.
Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Oh. Take this. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this.
No, it's Monstro Hunter.
Take this.
Please, that was such an easy joke and you missed it. You should be disappointed in yourself.
Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Yeah. 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 Ha. Ha. Ha.
No, this is a bubble. This is different than a balloon. Totally different. Wouldn't a water balloon be a watery balloon? A bubble is balloony water. Alright, so speaking of auto scrollers, this is the thing. Enjoy this fight for the next minute and a half. And then again in about half an hour from now. I like the collection you have going there, Viz. I should make a thanking mirror emote for you. And by make, I mean tell Kano to make. So Kano, get on that. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Oh man, Viz, you're getting shown up. I think Viz just got challenged to a thank off. No, I don't do this yet. Do this after the chest. Bye. I mean, just you can make it, sure. That doesn't mean I'm using it. But if that's the qualifications to make the mirror thinking emote, then sure, go for it. I don't think you have any control over whether or not I use an emote.
Take this. Yeah. 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 Take this. Ah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this.
I'm not gonna bother trying to get an overcast, since I don't see one coming up. It's not worth the time. So I'm just gonna go with what I have. Yeah, I have a couple bags of candy, and I ate a couple of slices of pizza throughout the, throughout the night. If I walked by the fridge and was hungry, I just grabbed a piece. Still gotta say, don't really like cold pizza, but didn't really have much of a choice.
Take this. Yeah. Heal. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Yeah. Together.
I mean, probably. I need to keep myself awake until tonight so that I don't completely fuck my sleep schedule. So I'll probably eat at some point before I go to sleep. I mean, you keep saying that, Ramsock. I had that happen as well, Pokey. Although I was able to fix it by just dropping from Riku from Sora to Riku, because you can always just pause the game and drop between the two characters in battle. So that's what I had to do. Although what happened was that one of the enemies despawned and he just never came back into the fight. Like, I saw him disappear, and no matter how much I ran around the arena, he never came back. But yeah, I just had to drop to the other character to fix it. Do the fight again. I don't know, I don't like cold pizza. I'll eat it, but like, it tastes so much better warm to me. So if I have a choice, I'm always going to warm it up. Man, could you imagine if this fight was with Sora's version, with Chill Lobster instead of Char Lobster? It would actually cover this entire arena. When's the 3D randomizer?
Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha.
They just need to change Spellikin to where instead of only summoning those 3 bosses, it can summon any boss in the game. I think that'd make it a fun fight. What do you guys think? Become the best fight in the game. Just any 3 bosses. All of a sudden fighting Julius. Or just any 3 enemies. Have a chance that it just summons a Meow Wow. It summons Holy Moly, but he's not in the ground, so we see what he looks like underneath. Because he's essentially a Diglett. We never see him below the part that sticks up from underground. And I never thought about that till just now, but because we're going to continue the Pokemon comparison, Holy Moly is Diglett. He summons Young Master Xehanort, but only the clock. I mean, maybe Spellikin has a chance to summon Spellikin. Make it a recursive fight. You don't know. Time travel exists in this game. Maybe it's a version of them from the future. Is that sarcasm, Ramsrock? Because this game has like some of the slowest cut. Oh, I guess you mean like loading times for it. Yeah. Okay. The loads in between the cutscenes are really fast. The act of pressing pause and then hitting skip cutscene is the slowest in the series. Hey, Tyler. little worried about my points for this dive because I missed something. Should be fine, but guess I'll find out. Okay, good, I'm fine. Alright, so there's a couple chests here I need. I need to A-rank every dive in order to get a Keyblade at the end of the game. A-ranking each dive on a character gives you the Dive Ring Keyblade, which has the highest magic stat for a Keyblade that I can easily get in a run. One of the highest in the game, but there's a couple Keyblades with a higher stat. Ultima Weapon is like one high one. Yeah, so I need to A-rank all the characters. Or all the dives on both characters. I actually didn't check, but based on Riku's drop gauge being 1.0, I'm going to say no, he didn't get overcast this time around. But so far I've only had one overcast this run, which isn't great. I'm going to say 13, because obvious reasons. Tell them that this isn't even the longest I've streamed before. My longest stream is like 10 hours longer than this. Both by sleep 100% on the PS3. I forget exactly how long that run was, but I know it was over 30 hours. Like mid-30s. Nah, the PS3 BBS 100% was longer than the PS4 plat percent, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since it, so I don't remember the exact times, but pretty sure PS3 was longer. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Good point. So I guess my plat run was about a little over an hour longer than the timer actually showed. Guess it depends on how long my PS3 run was, because I don't remember how long exactly. I just know over 30. Was it that? I thought it was higher than that. You'd think I remember these things. But... I mean, back in high school, I sat and played an MMO for 68 hours straight, so... I still can't really say much about 30. Is the sound cutting out? Weird, because it sounds fine in my headset right now. So it would have to be something between the capture card and the computer. Yeah, no, I assume you guys mean the game sound. I'm just trying to think what it would be. Because I'm also listening to the sound directly from my capture card and it sounds fine. So my computer might just be having issues. You have to let me know if it fixes itself or not. Weird. What if I just pause it and unpause? Make the sound. Come on, OBS. Oh, OBS would not let me do anything on it. Okay, well, if that doesn't fix it, I don't know what I would be able to do besides restarting my stream. And at this point, I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, hopefully it fixes itself then, because I have no idea. Yeah, my assumption is that it's probably on my PC that's messing something up. No, it's not in game, because I'm listening through my capture card in my, like, earbud right now, and I don't hear anything wrong. So so it's not between the capture card and the PS4. It'd be from the capture card to the PC, or just on the PC itself. Yeah, once I finish this dive, I'll try re-adding the sound source to OBS and see if that fixes it. I mean, it's also possible that the USB cable going from the capture card to the PC is messed up. Could be either of those. It's Twitch's anti-censoring. It knows VODs get muted because of the music in that word. It's trying to preemptively mess it up. Well, it took a while to kick in. Okay, let me re-add the sound source to OBS and see if it fixes it. I'll just let the cutscene play. Why not? Uh, ch -ch -ch. Honestly, I don't remember how to do this. How the fuck do you add a sound source? I did this months ago and I don't remember how anymore. Yeah, Connor, get in Discord. You can do background noise while I get this figured out. Alright, did that do anything to fix it? I deactivated and reactivated it. It actually fixed it? Cool. Okay. Awesome. Good to know it was that simple. Yeah, do that menu. So it was OBS. Shit program. 0 out of 10. How dare it stop messing up after 26 hours of continuous high quality use. Yeah, that was what put it over the edge. Not the fact that I still have an entire another game to do after this. That's surprising. Generally I hear people say that country, not country, Symphony of Sorcery is their favorite word because of the music and like the design and whatnot. So it's interesting to see someone actually not think that way. Since that's like always the same opinion that I hear. Hey, Spiral, just as everything's dead, so it didn't do anything for me. Thanks, Lappins. Alright, so for Holy Moly, aka Diglett, I just need to make sure to pick up the chest during this fight. Where'd he spawn? Oh, that's such a bad spawn. Alright, he's in hand phase at least. Thanks, Vemalek. Appreciate the host. Man, these spawns, this guy, not good. Okay, so VQ's done except for his final world. Leaf Sora's set. Need to remember to swap Sora's Keyblades. Nice overcast. At least Sora gets it for Symphony of Sorcery, so that's nice. I assume you meant to ask what did I eat, Sluckle?
Ha! Take this! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Take this!
Well, seeing as I am the epitome of a healthy person with the fact that I have been playing a video game for 26 hours, I ate 3 Musketeers and Twix candy bars and 2 slices of cold pizza. That is what I ate. Dream candies. Have 5 at the moment. So this chest gives me 6, that gives me 3 uses. Okay, that's 1 extra, that's nice. Can use that at the opera.
Together! Take this! Yeah!
Now we're playing the Donkey Kong part of Kingdom Hearts. And I lost, because I got hit.
Drift! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Take this!
And now I kill these guys, so it makes up for it.
Take this! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Drift! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Take this! Yeah! Ha! Drift! Ha! Take this! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Take this! Yeah!
I mean, I messed up and let myself get 0G interrupted, which I should never do. And that made the fight go much worse than it's supposed to. So that's my fault. If you do the fight well, you won't get hit. Let's see, I need to swap Magic Lap back in. Use some
Yes.
Dream Candies.
Yes. Drift! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Ha! Let's go! Ha! Yes! Ha! Oh!
Please, Casa, you're in my stream. You refer to him as Other Adam.
Let's go! Ah! Yes!
Choo choo choo. After party is me ending the stream, and you guys going to another stream to watch, which I will decide possibly.
Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Let's go.
Hey, level 13. Good for levels. I want to hit level 13 before coming into this fight, so that worked out perfectly.
Drift. Okay, take this. Ha. Yeah, take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Oh, take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Ha. Drift. Yeah, take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take ha.
So this is how the fight with them earlier should have gone. They just died. No, Connor, don't be mean. It's only other Adam. If Rebel Dragon was here, he's fake Rebel. I mean, that depends on my magic weapons. Also, no, because I forgot to equip slow.
Take this.
So, I'm just gonna go ahead and say no to DM this.
Oh, take this. Yeah.
I completely forgot to equip slow. I knew I was supposed to equip something. Didn't remember what it was, so I put Kyoga on instead.
Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Oh, take this. Yeah. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Ha. Heal. Take this. Ha. Oh, take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Heal. Yeah. Ha.
Alright, Symphony of Sorcery, which has an overcast, so Spellican should go, hopefully, somewhat well. Hey, Suzuka. Yep, still alive. Don't have too much longer to go. Possibly sub 28 for this run. What am I doing? I just started a dive. That's a nice way to waste like 30 seconds. I mean, the next thing I needed to do was dive, yes, but at a different world.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
part way though.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Ha.
And see, Adam, this is why you're other Adam, because you say stupid stuff like that.
Ha. Yeah. Ha. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Back off. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Faster. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Faster! Yeah! Yeah! Here we go! Yeah!
But then again, I suppose you're just living up to the acronym in your name. So I shouldn't be all that surprised. Now I'm waiting for you guys to tell me that the sound starts messing up again. Rude. I don't know, I've already had one boss glitch out on me today. I wouldn't expect another one. Well, I've had one boss glitch out to me in this stream. It wasn't technically today. I beat you too, Ramjock, shut up. Experiment 221 on Terra got stuck when it tried going inside of the turret to shoot me. So I was able to just kill it while it was stuck trying to go inside. I think Rebel Dragon got a clip of it. Yeah, basically just let me kill him for free for the rest of the fight. It's pretty good. Yeah, there you go. I'm playing the games in chronological story order. Oh, this should be played in. I only glanced at your question. Yeah, play the games in the order they were released. Like, anytime a new game came out, it was assumed that you played the previous games, so it'd always be best to play the games in release order. You could try doing story chronological order, but there would probably be a lot of stuff that wouldn't make sense until later games, and it's up to you if you'd enjoy that or not. These Spirit Wars. Yeah, good point. The secret endings would kind of ruin stuff, huh? Yeah, getting Spirit War when there aren't any enemies on screen is pretty much a staple at this point. You expect it to happen a few times per run. Son of a... Okay, not a great fight. He managed to get out of the combo, but Overcast plus Spirit World meant he died pretty quickly anyways. See, the Magic Weapon's been hearing you talk bad about him. About how they just use Spirit World when there's no enemies on screen. Had to show you wrong. Hey, look at those Overcasts. Sora doesn't get to have one, but Riku does. See, no, that first Overcast is a bait, because Sora automatically drops when after I finish this dive. So he doesn't get to use that Overcast. But Riku gets his.
Here we go. Yeah. Faster. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Faster. Here we go. Ha.
She's moving around really fast.
Faster. Ha.
But it didn't matter, one cycle. Get a one cycle in a run that I don't care about doing well in, as per usual. Alright, there's Sora's dive wing. And I get a magic gain. Sounds like a pretty good setup for Riku. Magic gain and Overcast. And some 2 should be pretty free. Oh yeah, you're right. I should get Connor in Discord to tell you guys what's happening during these cutscenes. Connor will hop on in. He probably won't. And there's Riku's dive wing. Yeah, I can just wait on that.
Sorry.
These enemies being pretty rude today. But flow motion is in KH3. Oh, I get it, because you didn't put a face after you said that. There's no face, because it's not the case. That's obviously what you're going for, right? Alright, level 15, on we go. No, I haven't gone to sleep. pick up that Kyoga chest and then set up for the final bosses. Let me open the chest.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that person left at some point. Unless you mean Connell. Because no, he's still here.
Sorry. Yeah. 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 Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. You're done. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever completed this before. So, no idea.
Yeah.
It's going up as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you, super optimized too. Those two pauses right there, totally necessary. Also the fact that it's like a 5.5 hour days run. But don't worry about that. Man, I really feel like I'm forgetting something coming into these final bosses, but I have no idea. So I'm just going with it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not, but it really feels like I am. For a good runner, 0.2 is like 20 minutes. For me, about an hour. Maybe 40 minutes. Because it's pretty much just going to be a casual playthrough. So you like those Spirit Overcast balloons? Days was beginner 80%. Well, I mean, a good run of the game is like 3.5 hours. I just suck at the game. Yeah, but it also doesn't mean I wasn't any less bad at it. That just changes the reason why. Doesn't change what it is. Alright, I better get a DMless fight. If I somehow don't, I'll be mad. The double spiral. Yeah, Suzuka, it's basically a case with the two discs for 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 in it. It's a package that has both of those discs. That's it. From what I've been told. I wasn't told that it was like a new disc that has them. If it is, then I was told incorrectly. Alright. Time for the last that you will see of Sora in this series. Speedrun. Well, I suppose I'll let the cutscenes after 0.2 play out, because time will be done. May as well. Yeah, but if I skip the cutscenes, you don't see them. Yeah, you're right, Ramsock. My bad. Forgot about Connor's contribution. So one question. Do people still have issues with 0.2 crashing at all? Because I've never had issues with it. And it'd be pretty great if it crashed for me the first time doing this. I would enjoy that. Well, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, but is that recent? Because I know there were crashing issues when it first came out, and I'm curious if it fixed or not. Okay. So it could happen. Cool.
Yeah.
Also, my 0.2 run is going to be quote-unquote New Game Plus. I'll be carrying forward, like, my accessories, but not any items or anything. So,
Take this. Yeah. Take this.
for anyone who actually cares about that stuff.
Take this. Take this. Heal. Take this.
See, I heal my dream readers and they use Spirit.
Take this.
They know what's up.
Yeah. This. Yeah. Take this. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah.
Aw, idiot. Hey, Sonic.
Heal. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Ha. Take this. Ha. Take this.
Also, I failed that reality shift on purpose because it makes this fight easier.
Take this. Ha. Take this. Yeah. Heal. Take this. Yeah. Take this.
Xemnas staggers if, or Xemnas doesn't stagger anymore if you complete that reality shift. So,
Take this. Ha. Take this.
yeah, I don't complete it.
Ha. Take this. Take this. Take this. Yeah.
Alright, so his final boss fight out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Ha. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, CT, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. That's fine. VODs exist for a reason. You can always come back and watch it later. And thanks for the host, Crispy. Best pose. This is New Game Plus. I don't run New Game. I don't even run New Game Plus. Alright. One boss left. And then one game left. Alright, if you want to know, I mean, you guys want to see all those cutscenes I was skipping for like Cage 1 and 2, right? They're right there in the background. So now you know. Everything that I was skipping that whole time, Connor was reading about from the quote-unquote wiki. It's all happening in the background right now. Instant white room. Nice, Vanitas. Vanitas? Ventus. Not Vanitas. Wow. I should feel bad for saying that. But at the same time, Hobbs called Leonard Nimoy Liam Neeson, so I'm okay with doing Vanitas and Ventus. Three white rooms in the first minute of this fight. This is hilarious. So I want the room to stay black in this fight. When it's black, he's not as aggressive and I can do a lot of damage to him. When it's white, he's either super aggressive or he's just straight invulnerable, like this. So this is definitely one of the worst patterns I've ever had to deal with in this fight. But now I have a spirit roll, and we're hopefully in the fight now. Yeah, so that was pretty bad. Yep, nice. Well, that's game number 7. 8 runs, 7 games, 1 to go. And the shortest one too, but also one that I am not great at. So it's going to be very casual. You're basically going to watch me do a casual playthrough of 0.2 while skipping cutscenes. So, have fun.
Do you have to go?
Well, I did doze off.
Yeah.
I just have some stuff to take.
Alright, 0.2. Goofy's upset that we had to go, but last game's waiting.